Hi guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Friday, April 17th, and it is day 16 of your packet. We're going to go through what you need to be doing today. So, if you're looking at this chart right here, it kind of lays out the plan for today. So, for reading, you are doing your first reading marathon day. It is when you read 45 minutes straight. That's your independent reading time. And you're going to respond to one of the questions on the chart I'll show you in a second. For writing, you're revising that draft you've been doing for your personal narrative. And today we'll be focusing on your leads, your transitions, the ending, and how you've organized your paper. For math, you're going to be working on the spiral review side. And for science, you're going to be learning about biomes and ecosystems. That's kind of a review from the beginning of the year. We talked about different animals and their ecosystems. So, starting with reading, you're going to be reading whatever independent reading book you've been reading for 45 minutes. During check-ins this week, I learned a lot about what books you've been reading, and so you're going to be reading that same book. If you finish it, then just move on to a new book. If you are out of books to read, you can go on Epic or Tumble Books, and if you're not sure how to do that, just let me know, and I can help you out. So you're going to read for 45 minutes, and then after you've read for 45 minutes, you're going to choose one of these to answer. This is from Notice and Note, which we did at the very beginning of 5th grade. And you're going to pick any of these questions. So you might ask yourselves, why would the character act or feel this way? How might this realization change things? What is the life lesson here, and how might it change the character? What does this question make me wonder? Why might the author bring this up again and again? So something that keeps repeating throughout the story. Or there might be a memory. Why might this memory be important to the forward progression of the story? So those are questions you can choose from. You only need to pick one, and then you'll write to respond just on a piece of notebook paper. Okay, for writing today, you're going to look at your lead, your ending, and the transitional phrases that you used in your personal narrative. And then you're going to look at this checklist to revise all of those things. Make sure your story is organized in a way that makes sense for the reader, whoever's going to read your story. Make sure it flows correctly, especially with sequence of events. Like some of you are talking about your experience with quarantine. Well, you don't want to say what happened on day 5 before you talk about what happened on day 1. So you're going to go through this checklist and go through each and every one and see if you've done everything it says. If you left something out, that's your chance to edit and revise, go back into your writing and change it. You're welcome to use sticky notes. You can write in the margins. You're still working on this draft and making it better. For math, you are now on the spiral review side. You will probably notice that this side is multiple choice, which can be really helpful for you, especially if you solve a question and your answer is not even on there, then you know it's not correct. You need to try again. If you're really stumped on how to answer a question, you could choose one of the answer choices and work backwards. Number 1 is really a good example of how you could do that. So you're going to work through a couple of these today and make sure you show your work if you need to. And then you are now back on the science side, and you're going to be reading about biomes and ecosystems. This is mainly a review of what we've already learned about ecosystems, the different type of ecosystems that are on Earth, and what makes them up. So you'll read through this. It's about a page and a quarter, and then there are a couple questions for you to answer. All of these answers are right in the text, so go back to the text to find your answers. You can highlight and underline where you find your evidence if that would be helpful to you. When you are answering these questions down here, you need to be writing complete sentences that start with capital letters and end with punctuation. And then you get the chance to go outside in your backyard and think about what ecosystems are located there. And you're going to choose whatever one you think, and you're going to write about it. So the first one says, what ecosystems are located in your backyard? Explore your backyard. Write a detailed paragraph or 2 that describes the ecosystems in your backyard. So some of you live right by the lake. You have a special ecosystem there too. And then the other question is about animals and plants that live in different biomes. So think about the ones that you read about in that article. So you choose one of those and then you write about it. You don't have to do both. So choose one of those checks. That's it. I hope you have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and I'll see you on Zoom today at noon. Bye, guys.